We all know that happiness in the world is based on one thing, your looks on a scale from 1 to 10. But now, one country is messing with a perfectly good system. China. The Chinese government does like the idea of scoring people, but instead of looks, like God intended, their score is based on everything you do. It's called your social credit score. But how do you keep constant tabs on a country with over 1 billion people? Technology has the answer. China has implemented a way of tracking people by using facial recognition technology. I keep trying to do more research, but I type in facial and then I get wildly sidetracked. Yes, facial recognition. Chinese officials want to use cameras and software to score everyone's every move. They say it can track your behaviour and even read your mood. Here in Hong Kong, people have been pushing back against the government a lot lately. Paul Haswell is a technology lawyer here, and we met on a park bench down by the docks in full view of government cameras. Oh, myopia here. I know there is cameras everywhere. There's one there. There's about 1 million over there. Talk about what's happening in China with the social credit score.
By 2020, they're rolling out a system where every single citizen in China will have a score, social credit score.
So it's like your Uber number, but for everything.
Yeah, judging how good you are as a person, whether you've got drunk in public, you've jumped in a queue, taken someone's chair on a train. It's that sort of thing.
And once you get a 1-star rating, you can never get it back.
That's it. You're stuck.
I think where I'm having a problem here is that people are in trouble for doing things that aren't illegal.
Yeah, being a bit naughty.
Right.
And then if your score goes down low enough, you can't get a plane ticket. Your kids can't go to the school you want them to go to. You might not be able to get a job if your score's too low. Is it open to the whole public? So before I went on a date with a girl, could I check out if she's a good person and vice versa? People would post them on dating apps. This is how trustworthy I am, so please date me. But women like a bad boy. They'd be like, oh, he's probably been up to no good. He's probably kicked a pregnant, disabled woman out of a seat on a bus. Is there a danger that you could be targeted by a person and given a bad score? And like if this person is reporting you again, they frame you for something. It's like there was an episode of Black Mirror where people were being scored. It's like someone saw that and thought, this is a great idea. And who decides what are bad activities? Like I've been drunk in public yesterday. Ultimately, it will be whichever government agency is in charge who will decide what's good and what's bad. Sending a dick pic? Probably bad. Yeah, probably bad. What if you got a real nice-looking dick, though? Still probably bad. Probably bad. The governments can only do this creepy stuff because a bunch of tech geeks invented it. I wanted to meet them, but of course, it's a hassle just to walk in their front door. What? This is bullshit. I'm at a company called Alcom. They're inventing potentially world-changing technology in this shitty industrial building on Kin Fat Street. Thank you for letting me into your evil lair. It's not quite as sinister as I thought it would be. Turns out getting in the door can be easy if you submit to being added to their database. Does it know that I'm hungover? What did the audio say? So I can come into this place now because it recognises that it's me. How accurate is this technology?
At
the moment, it's almost 95% accurate.
95%? Sounds pretty good. But doesn't that mean that out of every 100 people, 5 people could get misidentified? So out of 1 billion people, that's potentially 50 million people who could be, as Confucius say, f***ed. Like, what if I had an evil twin? Could they murder someone? I'd get blamed.
You can't rule out that possibility.
But what about, like, plastic surgery? Will that affect their facial recognition?
It won't match.
So it wouldn't have been able to tell a young Michael Jackson and old Michael Jackson.
That would be like 2 different faces.
Scary stuff. But who should really be worried about this technology? Probably protesters. So I met up with 2 people who have a history of doing just that. Tao, a documentary filmmaker, and Ricky, a social activist and passable Asian John Lennon impersonator. What made you become an activist?
I mean, personally, I don't want to be a slave.
Right.
And by 2020, there will be 4 billion CCTV cameras installed in every corner of China. 4 billion.
Big Brother is watching you.
Yes. There's 2 cameras up there, 2 up there, camera, China is tightening its grip on Hong Kong, and all summer, regular citizens have launched massive protests. What started as a fight against the Chinese extradition law has exploded into a broader backlash against the government. And how many people attended this protest?
More than 1 million people, young people.
And they'd probably traffic up, right? All right, so this is where the protest was here, right?
Yeah.
On the road.
This bridge and the area around it was packed with people. But just imagine what protests will look like in a few years. When there are so many cameras, it's impossible to dodge them. The Chinese government could use facial recognition to scan the entire crowd in real time. That's not going to be good for your score. But unfortunately, just like lots of tech companies in the US, the people creating the technology don't seem super concerned about how it might be used. If people are protesting the government, couldn't they just put a camera on everyone and immediately put them onto databases?
It's difficult to answer. Technically, it's probably not a problem to do. It can be done.
What's the worst thing that could happen with all this?
Have you read the book 1984, George Orwell?
I've seen the Apple commercial.
Okay, that is the worst thing that can happen. And this isn't just applying to China, this is everywhere. If you have a technology that monitors people 24/7, but also then rates them and controls what they can do based on that monitoring, then you can end up in a dystopia. It's like a science fiction writer's dream.
And he's right, it's not just China. Facial recognition has already made it to America. Amazon, despite concerns about accuracy, sells facial recognition software to police departments. It's in offices, airports, at concerts, and lots of times we don't even know it's there. Should Americans be paying attention to what's happening here?
Yes, there's very much a mentality with any technology that, well, that's interesting what's happening there. Thank goodness I'm not there. And then it sneaks up on you. In China, if you speak out against the government, your score will go down. But you can see that being exported to other countries. Even the US can start to go that way. I'm sure Trump would like to have a system where nobody can criticize him.
Right. All right, but luckily, we're not China. I'm sure we have laws to regulate all this stuff.
In the US, it's largely unregulated.
Well, can we write some rules already? And tech companies, just know, you'll never be able to guess how I really feel inside. What would your algorithm say just from my face?
Oh, you look very angry.
Have you ever heard the term resting bitch face?
好乞人憎嘅人咁樣，你有冇聽？因為佢有一個叫 resting bitch face。